In an NFL season full of surprises, the San Diego Chargers are out to prove that their 5-1 start is no fluke, but a sign of things to come. Today, they face the Oakland Raiders and the NFL's most prolific offense.
Don't stop. Beg it, don't stop.
There you go, to 5, touchdown!
Don't stop.
At stake, supremacy in perhaps the best division in football. It's an AFC West battle. Welcome to Raiderland, everyone, as the Oakland Raiders play host today to the San Diego Chargers. And since 10 o'clock this morning, the Oakland faithful have packed the grounds around Network Associates Coliseum. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Oakland. Greg Gumbel along with Phil Simms. Let's first talk about the San Diego Chargers and quarterback Drew Brees, who's kind of had the reins loosened on him lately by Marty Schottenheimer.
I would say so, by Marty Schottenheimer's the way he does it. 83 passes by Drew Brees the last 2 weeks, only sacked 1 time. That tells you he's getting good protection and he's been moving around very well. Poised for a young quarterback, they feel good about that position.
Passing is the name of the game for the Oakland Raiders. For Rich Gannon, if you're his teammate and you're open, you're going to get the ball.
He's going to find the open guy. You know you're doing well as a quarterback in the National Football League when you go 30 of 45 for over 300 yards, and everybody thinks you had an off week. But his experience helps him lead this offense that's very complicated, and quarterback does it.
It is a rivalry extraordinaire, and for more, let's check in downstairs with Armin Katayan. Armin.
Thanks, Greg. It's the fiercest rivalry in football, really, dating back to 1960 in the early days of the old AFL. Well, this 86 edition should live up to that billing, considering what's at stake in the AFC West. The Chargers on top, looking for a big win to expand their lead. The Raiders just a half a game back. Jerry Rice telling me it's a huge game for 2 reasons. 1, their first division game of the season, and 2, if they win, they go on top. He said it's going to be a playoff atmosphere here. You can feel it on the field, and watch out for Rice. He's had some of the biggest games of his career against the Chargers. Greg, back to you.
All right, Armin, thank you. There's veteran coach Marty Schottenheimer. In his first season in San Diego and in his first year as a head coach, there is Bill Callahan, the head man of the Oakland Raiders. The Raiders have won the toss. They will receive the kickoff. Wade Ritchie will kick it away. His 11 touchbacks, second only to Sebastian Janikowski of the Raiders. Terry Kirby and Marcus Knight are deep for Oakland. We're glad you're with us, and we are underway at Network Associates Coliseum. From the 2-yard line, it's Kirby. Hit at the 20, forward to the 23-yard line. 22-yard return. The offense led by Rich Gannon. Starting at left tackle is the rookie Langston Walker, and Rich Gannon says it's important. Charlie Garner's feeling nice and healthy.
I think Charlie feels great. He had a great week of practice. He practiced every day this week. It looks like he's back to 100%, and we need to unleash him again and get him going. He's been a big part of our success offensively, not only running the ball but catching the ball as well.
Charlie Garner with 3 touchdowns rushing, 3 touchdowns receiving. Tim Brown starts in motion, and Gannon looks to throw on first down. Over the middle, Jerry Rice. Across the 25, forward to about the 27-yard line. Check out the San Diego Chargers defense up front. Adrian Dingle starts for the injured Marcellus Wiley. Ray Lee Johnson, 4 sacks. The linebackers are missing Junior Seau. Zeke Marino starts in his place. Donnie Edwards shoulders much of the burden in the middle.
And as you look at the secondary, Rodney Harrison, the safety, will need a good day of tackling the wide receivers after they catch those short passes.
On 2nd and 6. Here comes Harrison on the far side. The give is to Garner, and Garner up to the 35-yard line and a first down. Ryan McNeil with the stop, and Charlie Garner, as you heard Rich Gannon say, is so critical to this offense of the Oakland Raiders.
He does it all. Catches the passes, runs the football. He gives a lot of energy to your offense, and the Raiders. And I think they believed it, and they meant it when they told us on Friday they're going to look for a little more balance on offense, try to run the football just more than they have in the past to keep the defense honest.
First down, Oakland at just about the 35-yard line. Short drop for Gannon, looks the other way, it throws and hits his tight end, Doug Jolly, the rookie out of BYU, the Raiders' second-round draft pick, for a gain of 5.
I was going to say, though, Greg, it's hard to really threaten that running game when you have nobody in the backfield, and that time the Raiders going with a 5-wide receiver look. But you look at this San Diego defense, and we had a chance to talk to Marty Schottenheimer and the players last night. They want to be conservative, something the Rams did last week, and make Rich Gannon complete a lot of short passes to go down the field, make them throw it short, hit them hard after they catch it.
Crossing pattern, and there is a hit laid on Roland Williams by Rodney Harrison, who has been known to dish out a hit every once in a while.
Well, that's his MO. Rodney Harrison can, lay the shoulder pad to you, but look what happens when you play conservative on defense. Rodney Harrison watching the quarterback, sees Rich Gannon look for the short pass. Now he can come up and deliver the blow, and that's how you want to do it against this Raider offense.
Rodney Harrison told our Armin Katayan before the game his hamstring is feeling iffy today, and he's going to play through it. 3rd and 5. Quick drop, crossing pattern, and it's complete to Tim Brown. 30, 20, knocked out of bounds at the 15-yard line by Rogers Beckett.
Well, you get Tim Brown against Vernon Fox. We're just talking about how you want to be conservative. Let him catch a short one and come up for the tackle. This time, nobody inside to help out Vernon Fox. He's expecting help. Where's the zone defense? And Tim Brown showing he still has the speed to make the big plays with a short pass.
A season-long 45-yard gain for Brown.
Well, the Chargers talked about, let's don't give up the yards after the catch right away to start the game. They give up a big one to Tim Brown.
First down from the 15-yard line for Gannon and the Raiders. Gannon to throw. That's inside the 10-yard line. Doug Jolly, the tight end.
Well, right away, now the Chargers, they get away with one this time. Watch Charlie Garner coming out of the backfield. He's going to go up the seam. They never seam. Nobody covers him. The shifting. Look at the defense running around, trying to figure it out, and watch Charlie Garner go up the seam. Oh, wide open.
Phil, from this distance, how many times did we watch the Raiders practice a play on Friday?
Greg, no, they must have done 50 plays from inside the 20 on Friday.
2nd and 4, Rice in motion. Gannon to the corner of the end zone. It is incomplete. Batted away from Jolly by Rodney Harrison. It'll be 3rd and 4.
Well, Doug Jolly, a rookie from Brigham Young University, out there against Rodney Harrison. When you have a tall tight end, what you would like to do, throw it in a spot where it becomes, I'm telling you, gives me a better chance to make the catch.
Junior Seau on the sideline in street clothes, not playing today. Sprained ankle and a sprained foot. 3rd and 4. At the goal line by Quentin Jammer, the rookie out of Texas.
That's what you want to do. Quentin Jammer, number 23. As Jerry Rice takes off inside, goes underneath him. Oh, Rodney Harrison gets another good shot in on the wide receiver. But that's the angle you want to take. Perfect angle, go underneath, just doesn't make the catch.
Sebastian Janikowski from 27 yards out, looking to give the Raiders the early lead. Hit the upright and it bounced back. So the Raiders don't get on the board there. Jerry Rice taking a huge hit there.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Southwest Airlines, proud sponsor of the NFL and official airline of Super Bowl 37. Budweiser, delivering beer at its best with a crisp, clean, and refreshing taste known only to the king of beers. And by Ford, no boundaries.
Some of the happy Oakland Raider fans
and some happy Charger defensive players.
You mentioned during the timeout, Phil, an identical start that the Raiders had last week in St. Louis with a long gainer right off the bat and then thwarted deep in enemy territory.
Touchdown to be had. They don't make it. Then, of course, last week it was 4 downs. They fell on 4th down, missed a short field goal this time.
Drew Brees brings the Chargers to the line, and LaDainian Tomlinson on the carry right side, out across the 25 to about the 29-yard line. Derek Gibson with the stop. The offensive line features 2 rookies in Ball and Finotti, and Drew Brees is going to look to LaDainian Tomlinson a lot.
We'd like to get LT the ball as much as we can. If they're going to stack the box and try to keep us from running the ball, go man-to-man outside, then we're going to look to Tim Dwight and Curtis Conway for some big plays in the passing game.
Also important to note, Justin Teal, the rookie out of Oregon, is starting at tight end. Alexander and Norman, the first and second string tight ends, are both injured. Tomlinson looking for running room. Pulls across the 30 to the 33-yard line and a first down. Check the Raider defense. 2 big defensive tackles in Sam Adams and John Perella in the middle. The linebackers, Eric Barton, Napoleon Harris, and a longtime hated guy in Romanowski who cheered when he was introduced today.
Yeah, he must like that. Look at the secondary of the Raiders, and Phillip Buchanan, a rookie, just keeps getting better every single week. And if I was a quarterback throwing against him, I would be a little nervous. And Chuck Brazilian, defensive coordinator.
Brees to throw on first down. Pulls it down and now tosses to Tomlinson, and Tomlinson wrestled down by Romanowski after about a 1-yard pickup. 2 yards make it. We'll make it 2nd and 8.
Well, when you watch this San Diego offense, it's to watch it mature as this season has gone along. First, I think the first couple games they played, just try not to make a mistake, and let's see what happens. But each game, as they go along, they're getting a little more aggressive, giving more to Drew Brees, and he's handling it very well as they've gone along each week.
Coming up on 9.5 to play in the first quarter. Brees over the middle. Conway across the 40 to the 43 and a first down.
Well, we had a chance to talk to Drew Brees last night, and I was asking him, you know, what's the key for your offense today? And he didn't even hesitate. We got to hold the ball. We got to make sure we go out and at least get some first downs to slow the pace of the game down, and just to keep the Raiders offense off the field and keep them out of rhythm.
You saw Drew Brees with an extra word for his rookie center, Jason Ball. Flips it out to Tomlinson to midfield. Eric Barton making the open field tackle after a pickup of 6, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, the Chargers are excellent with the screen game, and why you can do it, why they're good at it, is because they have number 21 back there. So you think run, then you know it's pass, and all of a sudden they drop it off, and good blocks down the field. The offensive line of the San Diego Chargers, and Greg, I think you saw this when we watched film this week, they do a tremendous job of getting blocks down the field, and that big guy there, 71, just had a good block on the last play.
Tony Finotti is the 2nd-round pick out of Nebraska. Brees to throw his 4th straight pass. Pulls it down and now completes it to Tomlinson, and Tomlinson has a first down to the 45-yard line. You were talking to Drew Brees last night, and everybody's been writing, well, what's wrong with him? You know, he threw some picks last week, and,
really?
You asked him if it bothered him at all, and he said, no, if you throw the ball, you're going to throw picks.
I asked him, did it bother him that everybody kept saying, are you okay? And I laughed when I read all the articles, everybody come out. I said, okay, Drew, are you okay? And he just goes, yeah, it's annoying. Of course I'm okay. I'm a quarterback. I'm going to throw some interceptions. And he handled it very well, and tremendous comeback last week by a young quarterback.
Well, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 penalty flags on the field.
False start. Offense, number 9. I got it.
Well, Tony Correnti, our referee, says the false start is on Drew Brees.
False start. Offense, number 9. 5-yard penalty. Remains first down.
Let's see if you see the head bob by Drew Brees. I think he might have forgotten the snap count. Nope, he just, that's what they got, the head bob. Couple years, you know, you learn to really get to as you look at the penalties so far this year by both teams.
Raiders have been brutal in the penalty phase of the game.
Bill Callahan said, man, we're on pace. We're going to set some records, like NFL records.
Tomlinson wrapped up back at the 45-yard line by number 75, Chris Cooper. Lost 5 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 20.
The Raider defense, they did not have a great week last week, but the one thing I noticed in Chuck Bresnahan and what they've done this year, they're more aggressive. I like it. Even though it didn't go well, I like what they're doing. They're giving their skilled players, some of those secondary guys, a chance to make plays because they're trying to pressure the quarterback more.
You heard Drew Brees saying he had to get LaDainian Tomlinson involved. Tomlinson has touched the ball 6 times on the last 7 offensive plays. Slip down at the 43. Trace Armstrong and Chris Cooper on the loss of 2, and it'll be 3rd and 22.
Boy, you know, there are times, again, to go back to this Raider defense, when you watch it, it can be overpowering. They have size up front, they got speed in the backfield, and Greg, we noticed it too. The Raiders are old school, not like a lot of NFL teams. They have a lot of big players in this football team on the offensive and defensive line. They can overpower you.
That went nowhere. Tomlinson took the direct snap from center, and Tony Bryant wasn't fooled a bit.
Well, good play by the Chargers. The crowd's into it. It's an impossible 3rd down situation. Just put a little pizzazz to the draw play and hope it fools the defense. But the Raiders are looking in the backfield. No gain.
Darren Bennett to kick it away. Philip Buchanan. You look at the punt story of Darren Bennett. Philip Buchanan has a punt return for 83 yards and a touchdown against Tennessee this season. Oh, what a kick. Buchanan floats over. Fair catch at the 11. Barely got the arm up and down to make the catch. 44-yard punt and no return. 5:01 to play in a scoreless first quarter. Question, are you winning your fantasy matchup? Get real-time scores and stats for your fantasy players at cbssportsline.com or on America Online. Enter keyword CBS Sportsline. First down, Raiders. Ball just outside their own 10-yard line.
Checking off, changing the play.
Charlie Garner. Straight ahead for a yard, maybe 2. We'll make it a 2-yard pickup and a little tire change on the sideline.
Yeah, a tire change, that's right. Because if you watch the Chargers that first series, a lot of the players were slipping. And this field, it's a good home field advantage out here. Well, you can see Tomlinson sliding on that play. But Rich Gannon changed the play, that first one, and he prides himself in, even in the run game, making sure they have the proper run on according to what defense he's looking at.
Gannon throws outside. That's complete. Jerry Rice dragged down by Rodney Harrison on the far side, but it's enough for a first down with the 11-yard pickup. I'm sorry, Ryan McNeil with the stop.
That's a nice throw by Rich Gannon. I said at the top of the show, physically, Rich Gannon, it's a fake inside, break back out. You can see Ryan McNeil never gets to look at the quarterback, so Rich Gannon has a free run right in stride.
Reno!
First down for the Raiders. Garner again. This time running room up the middle, across the 35, out to the 37-yard line, and another Raider first down.
Well, let's see what it looks like for Charlie Garner as he runs up into the line of scrimmage from behind. You be the runner. Pick the hole. Can you pick the right one? Well, that's hard to do. Good patience. He waits. The offensive linemen had their blocks. The defensive lineman could not get away. Charlie Garner gets between them for a nice game.
Terry Kirby now onto the field as the deep man in the I formation for Oakland. And Kirby gets the handoff. And there isn't much there. Zeke Marino, number 57, closing on the ball carrier for a 1-yard gain. There's Charlie Garner. Philadelphia Eagles, San Francisco 49ers, and now in his second year here in Oakland.
Yeah, you know, we were talking about this because we've done the Raiders a couple times, and last year we saw him a lot. Why or how did he ever get away from San Francisco to come here? I don't know. There's a shortage of money because he is such a productive player. He's a good guy, a hard worker, a tremendous asset to any football team.
Gannon on 2nd and 9. Over the middle. That's complete. Jerry Porter. Porter across the 45 to the 48, and another Oakland Raider first down.
Now let me tell you something. You saw that hit early in the game when Rodney Harrison hit the tight end earlier. Jerry Porter, he knew that time, pulled up, and you could see him peeking. Who's in front of me? Nice catch. He slows up. They know they're playing zone, and does a good job of finding some extra yards after the catch.
So this drive that began at the 11-yard line has now moved out 2 yards shy of midfield. That's Kirby in motion. Gannon inside Garner. Garner 45, 40, off to the races, tagged down at the 30-yard line.
This looked like the screen you see every Saturday when you watch college football. The receiver comes behind the lineman, and they release down the field. Watch Garner. He doesn't move. He catches it. The offensive linemen are already down the field. Perfect timing by the running back, quarterback, and the offensive lineman, and that resulted in a very successful play.
Rich Gannon already 103 yards throwing here in the first quarter. First down, Oakland at the San Diego 30-yard line.
Oh, they're open everywhere.
Diving catch by Roland Williams, the tight end.
Well, you'll remember this conversation we had last night, Greg. We were talking to Donnie Edwards, the middle linebacker for the Chargers, and I asked him a question like, you know, this Raider offense, it's so good, it's so dynamic, and he goes, really? Well, and I said, well, you don't have to agree with me. That's just my opinion. He goes, well, I want to see it before I say it's so dynamic.
I think he's seen it.
I think he's getting a little taste of it right now, that they're fast and they're good.
Last 35 seconds of the first quarter. Here's Kirby, and Kirby isn't able to turn the corner. Donnie Edwards in on that stop.
Of course, he's also going to say, well, if they're so good, how come they got no points so far? But they moved the football well. They've had penalties and just mistakes that hurt them here today and hurt them many times last week against the Rams.
And that will be the last play of the first quarter. As the clock winds down, the teams are going to walk to the other end of the field.
Good first quarter.
We have come to the end of the first quarter. It was good, and it is scoreless. Oakland and San Diego, 0-0. We'll come back to Network Associates Coliseum right after these words. You're watching the NFL on CBS. The Phil Simms fan club gathered strong on the sidelines. 3rd and 6 as we start the second quarter for the Raiders, who have amassed 130 yards of total offense in the first quarter. Gannon being pulled as he let go. Penalty marker flies.
Tim Brown clapping, says he was held on the play. I do not think the ball was tipped. I think it was Rich Gannon being pulled. There's a big difference.
Nope. Well, Rodney Harrison is satisfied that they're saying it's tipped.
Yeah.
But the discussion goes on. Can we get any more officials in one spot?
Well, excuse me. They like each other.
Here's Tony Corrente. I spoke too soon.
Pass interference. Defense number 23. The ball will be spotted at the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
Let's take a look. Quentin Jammer.
Quentin Jammer against Jerry Rice. Oh, I see. As Jerry Rice was coming back to make the catch.
And if that ball wasn't tipped, then yeah, that's interference. So second penalty of the day on the Chargers. Oakland, which has committed 14 last week. Here's the pass by Gannon.
Well, you can see it was not tipped. It was just the pressure put on him by the defensive line that made him throw it straight up in the air.
On first and goal, and there's movement on the right side of the line by Lincoln Kennedy. So that'll back them up, and Lincoln Kennedy had his fair share of false starts last week.
False start. Offense, number 72. 5-yard penalty. Remains first down.
Well, that's right, Greg, but last week you can excuse it. He'd been out for a few weeks. They're playing in St. Louis. The crowd noise was a big factor, but Bill Callahan coming home talked about it. He said we have 13 mental penalties, and he means plays just like we saw there, where you're not listening to the snap count. When you're at home, there's no excuse for that.
Raiders committed 34 penalties their last 3 games. First and goal now from outside the 10. Gannon tipped over the middle, incomplete. Intended for Roland Williams. Donnie Edwards got a hand on that one.
You know, it's interesting talking to Rich Gannon on Friday, and we were just talking about a lot of things that went on in games all around the league, and he couldn't understand how sometimes if there's a blitzer coming from the right that you could run an offensive play to the right side. Why doesn't the quarterback change the play? And he says, that's what I pride myself in, that we're going to run the best possible play when we go up to the line of scrimmage each time. That's experience and all the hard work he puts into it.
Shovel pass, and that's intercepted. Intercepted by Donnie Edwards. Edwards out to the 25-yard line. You know, I can't remember the last time I saw a shovel pass that was intercepted.
Well, I can't remember. The Raiders, they'll get rid of this play. They're 0 for 2 in the last 2 weeks with the shovel pass.
Donnie Edwards, 4 interceptions in his last 5 games. This is a big one.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Wind Talkers. Now available on VHS and DVD from MGM. And by T-Mobile. Get more minutes, more features, more service.
Well, let's watch Rich Gannon's eyes on this last shovel pass. I think he gets a little confused. He's looking for the running back. Can't find him. Oh, there he is. Flips it. Defense is all over it. That makes them 0 for 2. Last week, they ran the shovel pass, and the ball slipped out of Rich Gannon's hand. Get rid of the play.
First down from the 25-yard line. Breeze throwing out here. It is all pulled in nicely by Fred McCrary out of the backfield.
That was that was really a terrific catch. I think Drew Brees was like, let me throw this away, and if he catches it, it's a miracle. And McCrary, nice catch for a short gain.
Pickup of 3, 2nd and 7. Meanwhile, the Oakland Raiders now, over the last 2 games, 6 trips into the red zone, have produced just 1 touchdown. Tomlinson, left side, turns the corner. First down, yardage and more, out to the 45-yard line, and there's a penalty marker back up the field. And a rather late marker as well. Looks to be a hold against San Diego. So wipe out that gain by Tomlinson.
Holding. Offense, number 44. 10-yard penalty. Remains second down.
Fred McCrary leading the way.
Yeah, the lead blocker caught with the holding, but you know, we were talking to John Perella and Sam Adams, defensive lineman for the Raiders, and John Perella was with the San Diego Chargers last year, LaDainian Tomlinson's rookie year, and what did he say? He goes, man, he looks trimmer and quicker this year, and Greg, that was the first thing we noticed when we did a Chargers game about 3 weeks ago, that LaDainian Tomlinson is just in better shape. He's quicker, faster, and being more productive.
Tim Dwight and Curtis Conway flank this way, and LaDainian Tomlinson's going to go that way and is pushed out of bounds at about the 20-yard line. Tony Bryant and Torrey James.
Well, that time the Raider defense disciplined, not creating holes so he can cut it back. He's looking for somebody to fall to the ground. Boy, nice job.
Loss of 1 makes it 3rd and 14. Sorry,
yeah,
Phil.
No, that's okay, Greg. Last week, Marshall Faulk cut back twice, and it basically won the game for the St. Louis Rams. So the Raiders, talking about tackling, do it better. Look what he's done. 10 touches in 12 of the plays.
And Drew Brees has to call timeout with the play clock winding down. So we'll take time with 13:35 to play here in the first half. And we are still scoreless. You know, you can see why CBS Monday is America's best night of television. It starts with The King of Queens, followed by Yes Dear, Everybody Loves Raymond, and the funniest new comedy of the year still standing. And then it's TV's most watched new show, CSI Miami, and The Late Show with David Letterman, Monday here on CBS, America's most watched network.
And I can say this, nobody would know that that's a tremendous lineup. If anybody knows, it would be Greg Gumbel.
It would.
Because you are a TV watching fool.
3rd and 14 from the shotgun. Brees with time. And now flips it out. Tomlinson run out of bounds at about the 30-yard line, well short of a first down. So the punting unit will come on. That is Terrence Shaw, number 22, and he was hit hard by Rashae Caldwell. Let's take a look.
Well, nowadays, receivers are getting so good at blocking after, yes.
So while Terrence Shaw is looked after, we'll take another timeout. Well, Terrence Shaw was able to walk off the field under his own power.
Yeah, what I was going to say, Greg, nowadays receivers are getting very good at blocking for their counterparts when they catch short passes. That's what Rashae Caldwell did to Terrence Shaw.
Darren Bennett set to kick it away to Philip Buchanan. Not Bennett's best kick. Buchanan from the 22. Penalty marker down. Buchanan up the sideline and out of bounds just short of the 50-yard line. This appears it'll be a block in the back by the Oakland Raiders on the return. And the key, Phil, is when all of the Chargers come onto the field down at the other end.
You're catching on to this game, Greg.
Yeah. Tony Correnti wants the ball first before he makes the call.
During the return of the kick, holding receiving team. 10-yard penalty will be first down.
Well, while we have the opportunity, we'll remind you coming up on the Nextel halftime report, join Jim, Dion, Dan, and Boomer Esiason for all the scores and highlights coming up on the Nextel halftime report. I know you saw how Boomer looked on the pregame show.
I will say, Dion, you did well. It must have been hard to find a suit to match the color of Boomer's skin and use monochromatic. It was perfect. Look at him.
I feel good.
He feels funky.
I can't take all the
I kind of feel a
credit.
little slim, too, don't you
Hey,
think?
Dion, that's a little more conservative than I thought you had set him up with.
You know, I think the danger in dressing Boomer like that is he may break out in a dance.
Hey, the other thing is, that's true. It did make him look slimmer, and that's not easy to do either.
First down. Far side of the field. Tim Brown wasn't looking. Shadowed by Quentin Jammer on the play. .12:57 to play here in the first half. And the Raiders have gained all kinds of yardage. Chewed up some clock, but they missed a field goal and intercepted. And were intercepted, and it's no points on the board so far.
Well, it's what they did last week, Greg. They continue to execute as many plays as you'll ever see executed in NFL games. But the key is you got to make it happen when you get down inside the other team's 20.
Garner boxed up, nowhere to go.
And it gets a little frustrating, too. You know, in NFL games, you only get so many chances. So Mark Trestman, co-offensive coordinator, along with Bill Callahan, gives the plays to Rich Gannon.
You see how Charlie Garner was surrounded that time. Remember, Marty Schottenheimer was talking about good tackling last night, and he says, seems to me the best way you achieve good tackling is if you surround the ball carrier.
Get a lot of people there. That makes sense, doesn't it? You have one person there, these runners, they'll take them out.
3rd and 11. Gannon 25. Garner still on his feet out to the 28-yard line. Still looks to be short of the first down, and the punting unit will come on.
That was a perfect example of what you want to do on defense when you're playing a team like the Raiders. Anytime it's 3rd and 7 yards or more, make them throw it short, come up and get the tackle. Charlie Garner, though, that's it. Coach is saying, wrap him up. Coach Lindsey is the defensive coordinator.
With Tamarick Vanover out with an injury, Tim Dwight is back at his own 20-yard line to field this kick. And not a good one at all from Leckler. Dwight on the run and out of bounds at about the 37 or 38-yard line. Decent position for Drew Brees and the San Diego offense. Tonight after 60 minutes, Becker is a real man who does what he wants, as long as his new girlfriend says it's okay. Then from the producers of Frasier comes the terrific new comedy, Bram and Alice. Don't miss all new episodes, Becker and Bram and Alice, tonight after 60 minutes on CBS. Line of scrimmage, the 42-yard line. San Diego has not been chalking up the first downs on offense. Tomlinson cuts it back, 45, 50, and into Oakland territory to the 47-yard line.
Good job. It's a toss play to the outside. It's a good block by Tim Dwight, the wide receiver. Gets the end of the line of scrimmage sealed. Look at that. Blocks Trace Armstrong, really sets the play up and lets Tomlinson get down the field.
LaDainian Tomlinson's touches on the day. He's been a busy man. The pitch for Tomlinson, left side. And nowhere to go. Looks like he lost about 5 on the play. Let's go down to Armin Katayan. Armin.
Thanks, Greg. You know, you and Phil were talking about the physical change that Tomlinson made. Well, he made a mental change as well after watching the replays of every single game he had last year. He realized he was hurting the team by going for the big play every time, trying to take it to the house, he said, instead of sticking his nose in there and getting crucial first downs. He said, in the long run, I learned the value of those 4- and 5-yard runs to help my team instead of putting my personal goals ahead of something else. Back to you.
Thanks, Armin. Yeah, I think his mistake was calling it the house.
To the house, yeah. Well, taking it to the house. There you go.
2nd and 15. Double reverse. Tim Dwight. Dwight with blockers in front of him, and Brees is one of them. 40, 35, inside the 35-yard line, and finally brought down by Rod Woodson. 19 yards and a first down.
Well, when you play the San Diego Chargers offense, you have to be alert. Here's Tim Dwight. He comes in motion across. They're going to run the reverse. Boy, this takes a lot of work. He comes all the way back around. He is 15 yards behind the line of scrimmage and still goes up the field. Good blocking down the field by the offensive line. Drew Brees gets down there and gets somebody's way, and they pick up a big first down.
From the 33. Tomlinson. Right up the middle, inside the 25 to the 22, and part of that blocking courtesy of the young center, Jason Ball.
Well, Jason Ball in the center. What a surprise he's been for the San Diego Chargers. He steps in the second week. Look at the blocks up front. Everybody. Vaughn Parker, Finotti, number 71 at the right guard. Finotti on, and Jason Ball comes off his block, gets the outside defensive end, and Tomlinson gets another first down.
Jason Ball out of the University of New Hampshire. Tomlinson again. Inside the 20, to the 15, to the 12-yard line.
Wow.
That appears to be close to another first down.
Here's why I say wow, because the strength of this Raiders defense has got to be 97 and 95. Look at them, they both get pushed to the same side. There's a big hole in the middle, and he's getting blocked. Jason Ball is a rookie. Even though they said, hey, this guy, talking to Sam Adams and John Perella, they said he doesn't play like any rookie, not intimidated, hustles, works hard.
San Diego's been pretty potent in the red zone, or as Marty Schottenheimer calls it, the gold zone. Tomlinson again. Inside the 10 to the 9. You know, remember that reverse by, or the double reverse with Tim Dwight. John Perella was talking about that. He says, as a defensive lineman, you hate those. Yeah, because you have to run 50 yards just to catch up with where the guy used to be.
Well, and what did Sam Adams and John Perella tell us? He said, we like it tough. Well, they like it tough, and this Chargers offense, they'll bring it to you tough. They run the ball up the middle, and they're winning that battle so far. Finotti, Jason Ball, Allen, the left guard, all doing a good, very good job inside.
Chargers have yet to put the ball in the air on this drive. Breeze will try to do it now. Lofts it out here. Incomplete. And Philip Buchanan was primed for an interception before he got hit. And he appears to be hurt on the sideline.
Hopefully it's just the air knocked out of him.
Boy, he went airborne for the ball and all of a sudden got cut out from underneath.
Let's watch number 31. He just has instincts.
And Fred McCrary ran into him headlong as they both went for the football. A stoppage in the play. We'll be back.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Coors Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Cold down easy. Nextel, how business gets done. And by Saturn, makers of the View, redesigned L Series, and the all-new Ion.
There's Buchanan, who walked to the bench under his own power. Terrence Shaw has come in to replace him on 3rd and 7. Breeze throwing, end zone, touchdown! Rashae Caldwell. And the Chargers draw first blood with 7:17 to play in the first half.
Rashae Caldwell starts on the outside, comes all the way across the back of the end zone, and Torrey James looks like he's, hey, where's the safety in the middle of the field? He was taken out of there by the first receiver, Tim Dwight, crossing over.
The extra point is good, and Rashae Caldwell, who caught the game-winning touchdown pass a week ago, puts the Chargers on top by 7 here today.
Let's take a look at the touchdown. Here's Anthony Dorsett. Tim Dwight comes across, gets his attention. That leaves a big hole in the back of the end zone for Rashae Caldwell. Rod Woodson came up to double LaDainian Tomlinson. Nice design by the Chargers. Good, very good recognition by Drew Brees to find the open receiver.
Kirby and Knight are deep for the kick. This one is short, down at about the 9-yard line. And Kirby out to the 28. Once more, the touchdown pass, 9 yards. Breeze to Caldwell. 7-0, San Diego.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Gateway, a better way. And by the all-new Audi A4 Cabriolet. Open up your world.
$7:12 to play in the first half. Greg Gumbel, Phil Simms, Armin Katayan at Network Associates Coliseum. The Chargers in the lead by a score of 7-0. Philip Buchanan of the Raiders off to the locker room for closer examination at his left arm and wrist. 5 wide receivers for Gannon. Over the middle. That's complete. Jerry Rice. Dragged down by Alex Molden.
Well, Jerry Rice, what he does so well, never in a hurry. Watch how he fakes. Take your time. Molden doesn't know if he's going inside or outside. And Jerry Rice knows he has to fake him because he's really set up a little to his inside. Make him think the opposite. Get in there, wide open for the catch.
What did Donnie Edwards tell us last night? He wanted to get a good lick in on Jerry Rice coming over the middle today.
Yeah, Donnie's neighborhood. He said that's right over the middle of the ball, but that time he was covering the receiver himself.
Garner. Not much there. In fact, I asked Donnie Edwards, I said, well, you're not allowed to get a lick in on a Hall of Famer like Jerry Rice, are you? And he said, well, I'll get his autograph first.
Yeah. It was fun talking to him, but he he's right. When you play it, he was talking to us about when you play an offense like this, and they played one that threw it a lot in New England a few weeks ago, as the game goes along, you get the rhythm of their passing game, then you can really start hitting the receivers and causing trouble like incompletions or fumbles.
Gannon steps up over the middle and hit Tim Brown out to the 46-yard line.
I like that strategy a lot better, what they did that time. When you play them man-to-man, I don't think you could stop the Raiders when they spread the field. But this way, you keep tackling them and see if they can go down the field without the incompletion, the penalty, or something silly that's really been hurting them the last 2 weeks.
2nd and 4. Gannon pulls it down and is hit by Ben Lieber, the rookie linebacker out of Kansas State.
Yeah, Ben Lieber, it's another. We've talked about Jason Ball, the center, a free agent. Ben Lieber, a draft pick, and he came right in, has been a starter almost from the time he was drafted by the San Diego Chargers. Fast, another player you just can't teach. It's hard to explain. They just know how to get to the ball and make plays.
Ben Lieber and Rayleigh Johnson, 4 sacks apiece to lead the Chargers. 3rd and 3. And Gannon wants timeout. So Gannon calls time. Clock stops, 4 minutes, 50 seconds to play. We're back to Oakland after this.
Retirement plans from the Principal Financial Group can prepare you for almost anything.
You got
Retiring!
At the Principal, we're the nation's 401k leader. We offer mutual funds, annuities, and rollover IRAs, which leads to a secure, happy retirement.
Ted!
Ted, how'd you do it?
Planet.
For 120 years, the Principal Financial Group, we understand what you're working for.
In his weekly NFL.com column, Phil Simms talks about adjustments teams have to make as the season progresses and how they can't be afraid to make them. Read more of what he has to say at NFL.com or on America Online. Enter keyword NFL.com. And I'm happy to report Phil Simms actually went on the computer this week.
That's right, I got it hooked up. I went on. How about it?
Check the weather out here in the Bay Area.
That's right.
I'm so proud.
Read some articles. It was great. All you computer nerds now know what you like.
Third and 3. Gannon. And Rice is hit short of first down yardage. Ben Lieber.
Do you understand what I'm telling you, Greg? Do you understand? When they're playing this type of defense, it just stops the big plays down the field. Why would you want to play this offense any other way? Now, of course, that says you have to come up and make tremendous tackles like Ben Lieber did, but it's much easier. Trying to chase Jerry Rice and Tim Brown around the field, man-to-man, you're going to lose that battle.
Tim Dwight is deep for the kick from Leckler. Look at the roll that he got. It goes into the end zone. There's a penalty marker back upfield. Let's see who this penalty is on. The hold, but who's it against? Holding against the Chargers is the preliminary. It's on San Diego.
During the flight of the kick, holding receiving team number 59. As the play resulted in the touchback, the penalty be assessed from the 20-yard line. The ball be placed at the 10-yard line, first down.
So the penalty is on Donnie Edwards. But let's go back to what you were talking about.
Well, let's just go back and look at the zone defense. Jerry Rice, you see him, number 80, going across the field. Look at Lieber. Ben Lieber just sitting, watching the quarterback, reacts when the ball is thrown, and you know that's not a hard play for him to make. So that's why you want to play that style of defense against the Oakland Raiders.
Meanwhile, when all is said and done with the penalty on the field, the Chargers find themselves backed up to their own 10-yard line. crowd getting into it. Just under 4 minutes to play here in the first half. Tomlinson didn't get back to the line of scrimmage. Lost one on the play, 2nd and 11.
Now that's more what the Raiders defense, what they want. Inside, here they are. Two big guys. They take care of their responsibility. Perella in the backfield. It makes Tomlinson go to the outside. And look, lots of players waiting to the outside. Eric Barton, linebackers. Secondary can get up there and help make the tackles.
2nd and 11. Raider fans smell blood. Tomlinson the other way. Gets some of it back and more out to the 19-yard line.
Wow. It almost makes me think that they lined up wrong. That time, Bill Romanowski was motioning. Look, no defensive lineman outside of that area. It's just Bill Romanowski against Damian McIntosh. That's a mismatch. Hard for him to hold up with all that coming in. Not enough help for him to make the play.
So now a very manageable 3rd and 1 for Breeze and the Chargers. Tomlinson gets the call again, and he's buried back at the 18-yard line.
Well, the way that defense is lined up, the strength is going to be if you run to the offense's right. That's where they have all the big guys. Look at them. They're all on this side. There's just nowhere to go.
John Perella leading that charge. He came in. Oh, look at him.
97, watching. We talked to him. We saw him. We met him. This is nothing but a big muscle. And he is an all-effort player.
We reached the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. The Chargers with a 7-0 lead. We'll be right back. A reminder for you, Monday on CBS, don't miss TV's #1 news show. CSI Miami takes you to a crime scene that looks like an accident until the clues lead somewhere unexpected. Monday on CBS, America's most watched network. Tim Brown is deep for the Raiders. Bennett gets it away. Brown, fair catch called for all the way back to the 30-yard line.
That's a pretty good punt.
52-yard punt and no return, and the Charger defense surrendered a big play right off the bat.
Well, Greg, their goal, stop the yards after the catch. They give it up early, but look what's happened since. The receivers are catching it, and they're bringing them right down.
Nice to have speed on defense, isn't it?
Well, it's nice to be well coached, too.
Yeah. 159 yards of total offense against that San Diego defense so far today.
This is a well-coached team. It's a well-coached team when you watch the San Diego Chargers. It all fits together.
Gannon. There's a penalty marker on the far side of the field as Gannon hits Jerry Rice.
And while we wait for the flag, what I mean, it fits together, Greg. The offense, the defense, special teams, the style. It all makes for helping each other. Run the football, help your defense.
Illegal use of the hands, hands to the face, defense number 23. 5-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
So the first down moves the ball up to the 35-yard line.
That's Quentin Jammer, the rookie on the outside. He has shown already, though, that he can cover Tim Brown and Jerry Rice in man coverage.
Gannon throws to the far side. That's complete to Brown. Steps out of bounds across the 40 at the 41-yard line. Each team with 2 timeouts remaining and 1:39 to play here in the first half. How about that first half scoring drop for the Raiders these last 2 games?
Well, just it's the way the league is. There's no loyalty. You just don't know what's going to happen from week to week. It's just such a fine difference between having an explosive offense and not getting anything done.
On 2nd and 4, Gannon on the move and slides down at the 38-yard line.
Well, Leonardo Carson, we talked to him last night. No, sorry. Leo Carson. He said, get the pressure in Rich Gannon's face. He doesn't like it. The Rams did it very well last week, and they got an interception deflecting the ball one time.
Out in the flat, Roland Williams. And that won't get much as Quentin Jammer came up and made a huge hit.
Quentin Jammer covered him outside, and he is noted to be a terrific tackler, and you saw it on that play. This is going to be what they call a shutdown corner in the National Football League.
Boy, he came close to losing the ball.
Man, because look at the form. The head goes in front of the runner. Put your arms around him, drive him, perfect tackle.
Well, as we have a timeout charge to San Diego, remember we were talking about John Perella and Sam Adams, and we talked to them on Friday. And boy, John Perella, as you said, he's the epitome of what a big, rough, tough football player looks like. And his right leg was cut and bleeding. Yeah. And we looked at it, we went, oh my goodness. And Sam Adams said, oh, he did that in the meeting room.
Yeah, it's a paper cut. But you can tell there's not much going to bother this guy. John Perella, just a hard worker. Noted to be the strongest guy on the Oakland Raiders football team.
And he loves being in Oakland. He says, my arms look bigger in black.
That's exactly right.
Leckler, oh, what a kick. Fair catch called for by Dwight and made at the 13-yard line. 47-yard punt and no return. And coming up on the Nextel halftime report, Jim, Dion, Dan, and Boomer scores and highlights. That's on the Nextel halftime report coming up next.
Now, you know, I pick on Boomer a lot. It's just because I like him. There's a good shot of those arms of John Perella. And heck, everything's big. Yeah. Got a big head, big arms, big body, and great shape. Really in tremendous shape for a defensive lineman. But going back to the halftime show, I will say this. The guys, they were terrific today. It was a lot of fun to watch the show. Not that they need my opinion. I thought it was the best show of the year for them.
You know, I'm kind of surprised that Dion chose the blue alligator shoes for Boomer because we all have those.
Yeah.
Ed Ellis has come in at the tight end position. The give is to LaDainian Tomlinson, and Tomlinson out across the 15 to the 17, and Marty Schottenheimer will just be content to go to the locker room with a 7-0 lead at halftime.
Yeah, LaDainian Tomlinson, you know, he slithers. Is that a good word for him?
Great word.
He just kind of, it's amazing how he just goes along, and he can go sideways and forwards and never lose that speed, and that's what makes you an exceptional running back in the National Football League. To make plays when there's nothing there.
This will be the last play of the first half as Drew Brees will take a knee. And the Chargers will go to the locker room with a halftime lead. The touchdown pass from that man, Drew Brees, to Rashae Caldwell, 9 yards, the only score of the first half. Let's go down to Armin.
Coach, your desire to really make the Raiders work for their points has really worked to perfection so far. Is 7 points enough, though?
Well, so far, so good. I think the key thing for us has been the fact we've been very, very good in the red zone. They've had a couple of penetrations inside our 30, came away with a missed field goal and the interception. So don't make any mistake about it. That's what's happened in this football game so far.
All right, Coach. Greg.
Yeah, there's no fooling Marty Schottenheimer. He knows exactly what he's going to have to do. That is the end of the first half today with the score. San Diego 7 and Oakland nothing. Jim Nance and company have the Nextel halftime report right after this message and a word from your local station. You're watching the NFL on CBS.
Safety should have been there. Ray Lucas should have thrown this one away, or at least drop down and run it, but he throws it right to Nate Clements, his third interception on the day, and this one goes for a touchdown. Buffalo dominates this game.
Minnesota has lost 14 straight road games. Pennington very precise for the Jets as they pick up their second win.
24 out of 29. He hits Lavertius Coles right here. He is the new hero for the New York Jets. West Coast offense fully in gear against two very bad defenses in Minnesota and Kansas City.
The Lions win in overtime. The Bears lose the coin flip, never touch it. What a disgrace. The Lions win it here.
Stewart up the middle. Man. I mean, this guy looking hungry, ready to score. Chandler drop back, looking for a guy, curls up in the end zone. Booker 15 yards for the touchdown. and Anthony Thomas. You can't stop me now. I'm 1 yard away, and I'm going to score this touchdown. But right here, Jason Hanson nails it from 48 yards to seal the victory in overtime.
And again, 28% of the time you win the coin flip, you take it right down to score and win, and that happened today there. 49ers fall to the Saints. New Orleans 6-1 behind Brooks' 3 touchdown strikes.
And Orleans Garcia to Owens with a little fade route right here. He catches it, walks over, throws the ball up in the stands to a Saints fan. Look at the play. Oh, this 49er fan right there. He drops it up. And, well, what are you going to do? Aaron Brooks in the seam to Joe Horn. 20-yard pass. Good throw. He reads the defense nice there. Saints for a touchdown. Aaron Brooks real excited about it. And the last play of the game, Jeff Garcia got to try to throw this in the end zone, but he gets stuck. He dumps it off to Kevin Barlow, who's got to run out of bounds so you get another shot to win the game or at least tie it. And he does it. Game's over. Saints win.
Carolina opened the season with not one more play, Mariucci. That is it. Carolina was 3-0, now has lost 4 in a row.
And I'm sorry, Jim, here's Michael Vick, the most electrifying player in football, takes off on a 44-yard run. Today, 6 carries, 91 yards. Marino, for his career, 302 carries, 87 yards.
That includes sacks, though, Boomer, so please, give me a break.
Huh?
A lot of carries.
Seattle's worst start in 10 years, and Falk was on the go again.
His 4th touchdown of the game for 181 yards rushing, 52 yards receiving.
Rams' second straight win after that 0-5 start. We'll send you back to the second half of the game you're watching when we continue with the NFL on CBS in just a moment.
CBS Sports presents the Nextel Halftime Report. Nextel, bringing you wireless solutions. CBS Sports presents the Nextel Halftime Report. Nextel, bringing you wireless solutions.
At halftime, the San Diego Chargers leading the Oakland Raiders by a score of 7-0. The question of the day, could San Diego come in and knock off their AFC Western Division rivals? Drew Brees and LaDainian Tomlinson think so. Drew Brees' touchdown pass, the only score so far. We'll come back after this message from your local station. You're watching the NFL on CBS. Along with Phil Simms, Greg Gumbel at Network Associates Coliseum, 7-0 San Diego. And of the first half, you'd have to say the Chargers have really played pretty much of a perfect game so far.
They have, just the way all Marty Schottenheimer, he preaches all the time. Let's don't have turnovers. Make the other team work to beat us in the football game. And that's what they've done. They've run it. They've made the Oakland Raiders offense go down the field slowly, and it's worked just like he drew it up.
Yeah, San Diego, no sacks allowed and no turnovers in the first half so far. As you look at the first half numbers, and you talked about the running yards, rushing yards for San Diego, 71, and LaDainian Tomlinson has played a huge role in the offensive game plan.
Well, just keep giving it to the guy you believe in. I mean, that's what they're building this football team on: defense, special teams, and running the football. And if you're going to do that, you're going to have to hand it to number 21 a lot.
San Diego will get the football first here in the second half. Ronnie Jenkins and Rashae Caldwell are deep for this kick. It's short, and from the 9, it's Jenkins. Meets with some opposing force at the 20-yard line and goes down. Let's go down to Armin Katayan. Armin.
Thanks, Greg. A confident Bill Callahan. He said he's not going to change anything. He said we gave away the momentum, or points, excuse me, so we gave away the momentum. He said, I won't change anything. We just got to execute better. But some bad news for the Raiders. Phillip Buchanan, that left wrist, it's broken. He's out for the foreseeable future, Greg.
All right, Armin, thank you. Boy, as if Bill Callahan doesn't have enough problems with defensive backs. Charles Woodson has missed the last several games with a broken bone in his right shoulder, and Clarence Love is out with an injury today. From the 21-yard line, first down, and LaDainian Tomlinson left side for a couple out to the 23, maybe the 24-yard line.
Well, that time, different by the Raiders. That's the same play we talked about at the end of the first half. The Raiders made a nice adjustment, and they had more people than Bill Romanowski over there trying to make the tackle.
Boy, that offensive line has done a fine job, and we mentioned them before. McIntosh, Bob Hallen, and then the 2 rookies, Jason Ball at center, Tony Ufinotti, the right guard, and Vaughn Parker, the veteran right tackle.
I said to Marty Schottenheimer last night, everybody thought the weak spot in this football team was going to be the offensive line. It definitely is not. They have played very well all year long.
Breeze to throw. Oh, what a catch by Conway at the 40-yard line. When Breeze first let that ball go, I thought maybe it had gotten away from him.
Well, Greg, me too, but here's what's important, and we notice this watching all their games. Look at the protection up front. Look at the space around Drew Brees. In the National Football League, that doesn't happen that often, and the Chargers consistently get that type of protection. And we learned why, too, talking to Marty Schottenheimer. And I'll show it to you when we get a chance here.
First down, 41-yard line. Tomlinson can't evade Tony Bryant. Look at Jason Ball doing hand-to-hand combat with Sam Adams.
Greg, let me just show you the protection, why it's so good for the San Diego Chargers. All the linemen are going to step to their left. They're not worried about who they got to block. Step to your left, and whoever comes, you block him. That way it's nice and simple. The backs go to the right, and look at the lane that it causes for Drew Brees. And what that is, that's what you call a play-action protection. When you fake to the running backs, that's how you usually block it. The Chargers use it on drop-back passing. Works very well.
Breeze drops back on 2nd and 10 and throws, and that hits Curtis Conway across the 45 to the 46-yard line. Barton and Napoleon Harris the stop after a 6-yard pickup, and it'll be 3rd and 4.
And you know, a lot of times going back to just that Charger offensive line, when you get athletes or professional football players, regardless of what position they play, when they perform well, is because the coaches keep it simple, where they don't have to overthink. Let your physical abilities come out, and that perfect example of the San Diego Chargers offensive line.
Coming into the action today, they've allowed just 6 sacks, and that was tied for first in the NFL with Chicago and Kansas City. From the shotgun, Breeze throws and hits Dwight across midfield and into Oakland territory for a first down.
Well, I tell you, this is what this offense, 3rd downs, they're the best in the National Football League. And Tim Dwight, I don't care what his stats say, he is a really valuable player on your football team. Today he's returning punts. We've seen him throw some good blocks. He's a tremendous reverse runner. He catches some tough passes, and he just brings emotion and energy to your football team.
Tomlinson cuts it inside to the 43.5-yard line. Dolores Grant, Bill Romanowski with the stop after a 3-yard pickup, 2nd and 7. And well, in fact, this whole receiving core, they can do so many things. Tim Dwight has a rushing touchdown this year. Curtis Conway has 2 rushing touchdowns.
Hey, you know what? They've expanded what the wide receiver is. They have to block. They block in the running game down the field. They block at the line of scrimmage. They run the reverse, like you said. They catch it, and it's just being versatile. You got to find a lot of ways to get it done in this league.
Breeze play fakes, has all kinds of time, and lets it go. Complete to Dwight, inside the 20, inside the 15, to the 10-yard line.
Well, this is a play. When you run it well, again, pass protection up front. It's identical to the play I showed you earlier. Watch Tim Dwight come across. Curtis Conway is going to clear it out, and Tim Dwight just outruns the coverage. Look at him. Just runs right through the zone. And it's a good job. Who is it? Rod Woodson sees it, but it's too late. And what a throw by Drew Brees.
Number 69, Ed Ellis, is in the lineup. And LaDainian Tomlinson twisting inside the 5 and fighting to the 2-yard line before Torrey James brings him down.
Man, this is football. I don't know what to say. The elementary part of it. Marty Schottenheimer. Look at the blocking. Vaughn Parker, Fred McCrary. Just name a San Diego Charger offensive player, and he's getting a block.
9-yard pickup, 2nd and 1. It's possible for the Chargers to gain a first down without reaching the end zone. The handoff goes nowhere.
Boy, you know, it makes me think back. The Raiders, they have to slant their defense now to stop the running game, but it makes me think back. John Perella and Sam Adams, the defensive lineman for the Raiders, said, we like it tough. And, well, they found a team that likes to line up and throw it at you.
Boy, they take all of the credit for success or failure, too. And Sam Adams said anytime anybody has success against us, it's not so much what they did, it's what we allow. And a timeout is called by the San Diego Chargers. 9:17 to play in the third quarter. The Chargers knocking on the door. Talking about the success of that offensive line, there's the man most everybody on the squad credits.
Well, no question about it. One of the best in the National Football League. Marty Schottenheimer said, I tried to hire him back in 1993, and he has been the difference for this San Diego's offensive line.
3rd and 3. Breeze throws, touchdown. Tomlinson out of the backfield.
One receiver. I don't think Drew Brees was going to throw that football to anybody but LaDainian Tomlinson. He's in the backfield. It looked like he delays. Let's watch. Here he is. Oh, he does. It's like halfback delay. They clear it out with Tim Dwight. It's a zone defense. The Raiders chased, and they give up the touchdown when they shouldn't have.
Two good friends, Breeze and Tomlinson. His first career receiving touchdown. The extra point is good. 9:12 to play, third quarter. The Chargers build their lead to 14-0.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Southwest Airlines, proud sponsor of the NFL and official airline of Super Bowl 37. Unisys, imagine it, done. And by the Acura MDX, taking the SUV to a place it's never been before.
Welcome back to Oakland. A very efficient Drew Brees and the San Diego offense is now up the Charger lead to 14-0. Kirby and Marcus Knight are deep, and from the 3 is Terry Kirby. 20, 25, met and down at the 30, across the 30 to the 31. Let's go back to the TD.
Let's watch it. Here's Eric Barton. Watch Tim Dwight come underneath him. He chases him, and then look. Boy, LaDainian Tomlinson was looking at him. Watch him chase. There he goes. He chases across, and Tomlinson sees it, shoots the open hole, and gets the touchdown.
Oh, Drew Brees, since last week. There's Cam Cameron, the offensive coordinator, cheering from upstairs. Meanwhile, we have a player down on the field, and it is Terry Kirby. So they'll look after Kirby, and then Rich Gannon will go back to work.
Come knocking on the NFL Today's door next Sunday, where my trick or treat will come a little early for the NFL's elite. Trick or treat.
Monday on CBS, when you take your daughter to her first rock concert, what's the most embarrassing thing you can do? Don't miss the funniest new comedy of the year. Still Standing. That's Monday after Raymond here on CBS. Well, the cart has come out, and the sleeve is going on and injured Terry Kirby down on the field. And Terry Kirby is the only Raider to have scored a touchdown in Oakland's last 2 games. And boy, the injuries are really beginning to mount up for Bill Callahan.
Yeah, they really are, Greg. Well, it's sad.
Kirby is number 42. And take a look at his right foot. No, he looks like he just gets caught in the tangle, and And so, you know, this is a team that is already missing Tyrone Wheatley and Randy Jordan in the backfield, and all of them key elements to the Oakland offense.
Well, too, you know, you talked about Philip Buchanan. He was hurt today. Charles Woodson. He's out.
And the Raiders, in losing Buchanan and Kirby, have lost their primary punt return and kickoff return men. So special teams will take a hit unless someone steps up.
Well, we don't know what the injury is. We were just showing that his leg got buckled under him.
So Terry Kirby, 10-year veteran out of the University of Virginia. His third season here in Oakland with the Raiders after tours of duty with Miami, San Francisco, and Cleveland. There's an injured Charles Woodson, who it was thought might be able to play this week, but when we saw Charles on Friday, it was in the locker room and not out on the practice field with his teammates, so you know he wasn't going to go today.
Yep.
So Kirby is off to medical help, and as soon as we get word, we'll pass it on to you. Meanwhile, it's a first down for the Raiders at their own 32-yard line, and the fans, boy, these Chargers have taken the steam out of both the Raiders and the home crowd here at Network Associates Coliseum.
Greg, they've done that, and they've given, of course, anytime a team does what they've done so far, it gives you energy. So the defense rested and ready to go.
Gannon throws far side, complete, and then hit right after the catch is Tim Brown.
I've got to go back, though, the Chargers. Cam Cameron, the offensive coordinator, creative. The play calling is so timely. There he is. It's almost been perfect. And you can see why they're the best in the National Football League on picking up third downs. That touchdown was on third down. They run it well on first down. And this quarterback, he's growing up fast, Drew Brees. Hell, he's already grown up.
Garnering motion on 2nd and 5. Gannon with time over the middle. Oh, nice grab by Jerry Rice. Career catch number 1,400 for Jerry Rice. A 10-yard gain and a first down.
Phenomenal. I'm not even going to try to describe Jerry Rice. Coming from the top of your screen, he sees us. Look at everybody crossing and sitting up. Nice catch. But Greg, we commented, we watched him last week, and it's the best I've seen him run in a couple years. 40 years old and not showing any signs of age.
Now Gannon changing things up at the line of scrimmage. Gannon steps up, throws, Garner, midfield, and not much further than that as Donnie Edwards and Zeke Marino converged.
Well, I can tell you this Oakland Raiders offense, they better learn to deal with a defense that plays like this. They saw it last week. You know, the first 4 weeks, Greg, they saw teams that were blitzing and playing man-to-man coverage. So they were making the big plays down the field. Last week it changed. It's changing this week. And they will see this for the next couple weeks until they show they can just take it down the field and score points against the soft zone.
Gannon has completed 9 straight passes, but only good for 52 yards. That one to the sideline, Roland Williams out of bounds, and it appears enough for a first down.
When a team plays you this style of defense, that's when you would like to be able to line up and really run the football. Because if you start running it, what happens is you see Rich Gannon's statistics pretty good, 18 of 24. When you start running the football, then you can fake it and throw down the field on play action. Hard to drop back and fool the defense and get the football down the field.
Gannon, quick drop, Lobbs has his man, and that's complete. Jerry Porter, and Porter dragged out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Well, here's how they get it down the field this time. Watch. Jerry Rice picks the defender. And then it frees up Jerry Porter down the sideline. Watch Jerry Rice go inside. Oh, he's going in there to catch the pass. Gets in the way. I couldn't see the number of Alex Molden. He cannot chase Jerry Porter down the field because of Jerry Rice.
All of a sudden, terrific field position now. First down from the 15-yard line. Gannon to throw. Steps up on the run to the 10, to the 8-yard line. Donnie Edwards dragged him down. 7 yards, and it's a 2nd and 3.
Well, Rich Gannon's upset. Jason Fisk comes in and hits him kind of late. He wanted a penalty because of that, but Nope, no penalty.
Well, that's the other aspect of Rich Gannon's game that he brings. He is an underrated by a lot of people, but not by the defense. Underrated runner.
Well, he doesn't try to run. He tries to buy time to throw the football, but when he's forced to, you can still see he can get up the field and pick up good yards.
He'll throw on 2nd and 3. Outside, incomplete, penalty marker down. Jerry Rice out there with Jammer, the rookie.
Quentin Jammer's going to learn.
Illegal use of the hands of the face, defense number 23. 5-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
He's going to learn these old receivers are liars. Jerry Rice doing a lot of faking. Look at this, going to go back out. Oh, if he doesn't do that, it's a walk-in touchdown. What a route by Jerry Rice. You see the hand to the face. Jerry Rice is so patient. You'd love for your, as a quarterback, you want your receivers to do that, to sell it. Because the more they sell a certain route, the more wide open they're going to get. Of course, the easier throw for the quarterback.
Marty Schottenheimer doing some coaching on the sideline. 1st and goal from the 3. Gannon throws, end zone, touchdown, Jerry Rice.
Jerry Rice. Let's see the moves up the field. Patience. Oh, he just, when he breaks out, it's so quick. The defense just not adjust to it fast enough.
Career touchdown number 199 for Jerry Rice. Janikowski's extra point attempt is good. 5 minutes, 16 seconds to play in the 3rd quarter. The Raiders cut San Diego's lead in half. It's 14-7.
The NFL on CBS. He's sponsored by KFC. There's fast food, then there's KFC. And by Miller Lite. Life is best told at a place called Miller Time.
The NFL's all-time leader in touchdowns scored, Jerry Rice, caps a 68-yard drive with a 4-yard touchdown catch. And Rich Gannon, 6 out of 6 on that drive for 57 yards. Rashae Caldwell, Ronnie Jenkins deep. From the 2-yard line, it's Caldwell. Cuts it outside. 25, 30, and out of bounds close to the 40-yard line. Fine return by the rookie out of Florida for 38 yards. And a little scuffle on the ground. Leonardo Carson is in there. Well, while things calm down, what AFC non-playoff team in 01 is the biggest surprise in 2002? You can log on and cast your vote at NFL.com.
You know, every once in a while they should show the scuffle up here in the booth. You and I get after it all the time. But you must not be much of a scuffle. We can't even make enough noise for anybody to know it.
Be much of a scuffle. It came as news to me.
Yeah.
Neither quarterback has thrown an incompletion this half. Combined 11 out of 11. First down from the 41. Breeze is going to throw here. There's an incompletion. And look at Jason Ball continuing to push out on the far side. Jason Ball is one of those guys. He said, you know, I've always learned that you just play until the whistle blows.
That's right. He goes, I'm going to take advantage of the fact that there's 6 seconds in every play. So, you know, when he told us that, I went, wow, you're right. 6 seconds. That's about what each play lasts. So you might as well give it all you got for those 6 seconds. He is a hustler. He's a leader. That's Quentin Jammer on the sideline.
2nd and 10. And now the crowd back into it on the Raiders side. Breeze. Sideline. Complete to Conway. Conway down at the 45-yard line of the Raiders. Terrence Shaw on the coverage. 14 yards and a first down.
Boy, you know, what a luxury. We talked about this offensive line, how they protect the quarterback. They let Drew Brees drop back. He has tremendous space around him to throw it. But look what it does to the wide receivers. Curtis Conway's down the field, sails the route, and gets wide open for a big completion by the San Diego offense.
Curtis Conway's numbers on the day. Coming up on 4 minutes to play here in the third. Play action. Brees with all kinds of time. Going to go deep. Far side. Tim Dwight incomplete. Overthrown.
Intended for Tim Dwight.
And now we're getting a little interesting byplay after almost every play. 2nd and 10.
Well, Greg, some of that byplay you're talking about, again, a lot of time. Terrence Shaw, don't wonder.
That's illegal, isn't it, Phil?
Which part?
The grabbing and the holding on.
Yeah, that would be
15
illegal.
yards down the field.
I'm surprised that wasn't caught.
2nd and 10. Tomlinson. Bill Romanowski, and now we have some more scuffling down on the field.
I think the ball came loose.
Watch your feet, watch your feet.
Hey, don't pull him.
Well, if the ball came loose, the Chargers recovered.
Yep, I heard him yelling, Tony Corrente saying 3rd down, so that means offense controlled the football.
Loss of 1, it'll be 3rd and 11. You know, anytime there's more than 2 or 3 guys in a pile now, I just assume it's a scuffle. Oh, there it is. Oh, and the official's foot saved it for LaDainian Tomlinson. 3rd and 11, and timeout call before the play clock runs down. San Diego uses its 2nd timeout, and we'll break away. 3.5 to play in the 3rd. As we cut through the noise here, Wednesday on CBS, Only the Amazing Race combines barrels of wine, sports, and a car chase through Europe for the adventure of a lifetime. And that's just the beginning. An all-new Amazing Race Wednesday on CBS, America's most watched network.
Yeah, next time we come here, I want to give the Raiders the music to play. I want some Barry Manilow.
Yeah, that'll get them riled up.
I want something quieter.
3rd and 11. Brees.
Ridiculous.
Running out of time. Incomplete. And the punting unit will come on. Tony Bryant has quietly, and maybe not so quietly from the Chargers' point of view, played a terrific game.
It's a good thing they got to the quarterback. Tim Dwight was flying across the field, open again.
Tim Brown at his only 11-yard line. Fair catch called for and made at the 6-yard line. And the Raider Nation up in arms. They're only down a touchdown. We'll be back. There's the heart of the Raider Nation down there in the end zone where the Oakland Raiders are operating 1st down from their own 6-yard line. Make it the 7-yard line. And going to throw. Halftime over the middle. Tim Brown is there, and Donnie Edwards hit him as soon as he caught it.
You know what's impressive to me? The Raiders, the last drive was very impressive, but Rich Gannon continuously just drops back no matter where they're at on the football field, on the road, here at home, in tough situations, and he gets very, very good protection.
2nd and 5. Rice in motion and across the field. Gannon throws outside and complete to the tight end Roland Williams, who has enough for the 1st down as he crosses the 20 out to the 22-yard line. 2.5 to play. Let's check in with Jim Nance in New York. Jim.
All right, Greg and Phil, after Jabbar Gaffney hit Corey Bradford on a touchdown pass, Andre Davis gets it right back, 95 yards for the Browns. We can add a field goal as we speak by the Texans at 17 all 3rd quarter. Let's go back to Greg and Phil.
All right, Jim, how do you like those unis?
Oh, man, they are awesome.
Just in time for Halloween, too. Rich Gannon continues his consecutive completions, 14 in a row now. And timeout call by a frustrated Rich Gannon. Let's go down to Armin.
Greg, you and Phil were talking about that last drive. Well, right before I got a first-hand look at Rich Gannon's leadership skills, starting with Lincoln Kennedy and ending with Jerry Rice. He went to every single man on the offense and said the same two words: stay positive. And then he goes out and puts his money where his mouth is, leads him to a touchdown. You know, and Bill Callahan was telling us about him. He had this phrase. He talked about the magnitude of his preparation, and that in his 15th in the year in the league, he's still obsessed with being the best quarterback in the league, Phil.
Well, Armin, no doubt about it. And I think, you know, there's so many things to say about Rich Gannon. First, he's throwing the ball really well here, hitting all these passes in a row, but he is a leader. You know, he demands perfection of the people around him. And that's so important in the National Football League. Game day, a lot of people can be pumped up. But can you be pumped up? Can you have the energy and the desire, the will, and all those things during the week when you're preparing? That's what he does. That's what he brings to the practice field every day.
He also knows exactly what it is he can do. And we were talking to him on Friday. He says, one of our strengths is my ability to be able to recognize what we have and what we can do at any given time on the field.
Yeah, and he does it very well.
First down, Raiders. Gannon sets up, goes deep, looking for Rice. Incomplete, the penalty marker's down.
You know, I wanted to say, can the Chargers stay patient? And the answer is no. And what I meant by that, all of a sudden they get into man coverage. And what do we talk about? When you go man-to-man, the Raiders have always built in deep routes. Gannon sees it, and he goes right down the field.
Pass interference. Defense number 47. The ball will be placed at the
Look at the throw.
Automatic.
Perfect.
I was going to say, his shoulder pad came out, and you know why it came out? Because Ryan McNeil pulled on his jersey.
Greg, we started this game today, and I've watched Rich Gannon a lot over the years, but this year, and I said, physically, he is really throwing the ball well. And today, he has thrown it extremely well.
First down from midfield. Gannon, quick pass over the middle, and that's behind Jerry Rice. It'll be 2nd and 10.
I'm surprised they don't do that more often. And why I say that is because they read a lot. So Jerry Rice and Rich Gannon got to see the exact same thing. Are you going to keep going? Where are you going to stop? And they execute it usually extremely well. That time, Rich Gannon just misfired.
So that's snaps Gannon's consecutive completion streak at 14. 2nd down and 10 from midfield. Minute 45 to play in the 3rd quarter. Gannon steps up all kinds of times. Sidearms at the Garner to the 47-yard line of San Diego and brought down by Johnny Edwards and Adrian Dingle.
Well, Leo Carson, defensive lineman for the Chargers, says the problem with getting in Rich Gannon's face is that even when you get in his way, he has so many ways to deliver the football. And that time he went, that wasn't even sidearm, that was underhanded.
We have a penalty marker down on the far side of the field. Tony Correnti.
Holding. Defense number 37. 5-yard penalty. Automatic. Push down.
Rodney Harrison, let's watch him. 37. Tim Brown. Well, that's definitely holding.
Who was it we were talking to on Friday? He said Rodney Harrison has a definite thing about Tim Brown and wants to hit him and hit him hard whenever he can.
That was Rich Gannon telling us. He goes, there's no doubt that Rodney Harrison has a feud going with Tim Brown, and he's always looking to get a shot on him if he can. And that just goes back, when you look at the scores of the Raider-Charger games over the last 4 years, they're all very close, and I'm sure Rodney Harrison is just sick of seeing Tim Brown catch all those passes that have led to Raider victories.
On first down, Gannon to throw again. Throws. It is incomplete inside the 20-yard line to Jerry Rice.
How was that throw? How was that catch? That time, Rich Gannon decides he's got to put a little something on it. Jerry Rice top. Rich Gannon's got to get it in there before the safety gets all the way over. Throws a line drive. Jerry Rice knows that the hit is coming. Watch him protect himself the last second. Excellent job.
Now we get a whistle.
Charge timeout.
And timeout on San Diego. That is their third and final timeout. It comes with 38 seconds to play here in the third quarter.
You know, good timeout. You don't always have to take a timeout on the offensive side. Stop the momentum of the offense. Use it on the defensive side.
Or the momentum.
Whatever.
I want to remind you, coming up tonight on 60 Minutes, married priests. Married to the church? No. Married to their wives. Fathers to their congregation? No. Fathers to their children. That's tonight on 60 Minutes.
You know, you got to admit, though, today I have been beating up the English language a lot. Just tearing some words up.
You only do that on days that end in Y, though.
Yeah.
You see the timeouts remaining. Oakland has 2, and Ben Lieber and Donnie Edwards seems like they've been in on almost every play today.
Makes sense that the linebackers are going to have tackles. Short passing game, playing zone defense. They better make a lot of tackles. Now let me enjoy this music for a minute. My wife's going to talk to me when I get home, and I'm going to say, what? I just can't hear you.
You miss a lot of planes. You miss a lot of boarding announcements that way, don't you?
Gosh.
First down from the 15-yard line. Gannon gives to Garner, and Garner backed up a couple of yards by number 99, Ray Lee Johnson. Lost 2 on the play, 2nd and 12.
Well, that's what you get for having a running play.
Remember, Marcellus Wiley not playing today. He's the counterpart to Ray Lee Johnson on the other side. And Junior Seau also out of action.
Well, they miss him. They miss the pressure on the quarterback because they are getting none on Rich Gannon.
Time winding down. The last 5 seconds of the third quarter. And that is the end of the third quarter. With our score, the Chargers 14 and the Raiders 7. We'll come back to Network Associates Coliseum after this message and a word from your local station. This is the NFL on CBS. Marty Schottenheimer, who is not afraid or hesitant to get into coaching any particular part of his team, shouting instructions to his defense.
He has got to answer to everything, and I mean that. He does. Ask the players.
2nd and 12.
Ask Marty.
Gannon changes things up. Quick drop, quick pass, complete, inside to the goal line. Touchdown, Jerry Porter.
What are you going to say, Greg? I can see you pointing to the screen. Rich Gannon changes the play, looks it off, throws it down the middle to Jerry Porter. Big, strong wide receiver breaks the tackles for the touchdown.
Janikowski for the extra point in the tie. 14:54 to play. We have a brand new ball game, tied at 14. Jerry Porter put the cap on a 93-yard drive with a 17-yard touchdown catch. We're tied at 14, and the crowd is back on their feet and into the game. Low bouncing kick to the 11-yard line. Ronnie Jenkins tries to break outside and out of bounds at about the 24-25-yard line. Back to the touchdown.
Well, we told you Rich Gannon likes to get in the best play. Watch Jerry Porter over the middle, then watch Jerry Rice wide open too. He changes the play because the middle of the field is open. Jerry Porter catches it. Wow, what a nice play after the catch. And Jerry Porter, we talked to him last week. He says, you know, I'm finally getting it. I'm not a know-it-all thinking I'm the best player on the field. I listen to what the coaches say. I've learned from Jerry Rice and Tim Brown. and it's really showing on the football field.
Jerry Porter has scored 4 touchdowns in the last 5 games. Not bad for a guy who had none in the 27 games prior to that. Breeze rolls and throws it away. Second and 10.
Boy, you know, this game has shifted momentum so many times. And we say it all the time. I'm going to say it again. When it gets on your side, you got to take advantage of it. We've had head coaches tell us, Greg, you know, it goes in spurts. And when that spurt is on your side, you've got to take advantage of it.
Breeze is buried at the 18-yard line by Eric Barton.
I was looking down the field, then I'm watching the quarterback, and Eric Barton just comes out of nowhere to hit Drew Brees.
A loss of 7 yards on the sack.
Here he comes. When Drew Brees stepped up, he decided it was time to come after the quarterback.
That offensive line, which has done such a fine job of protecting Drew Brees. That's the first time Brees has been sacked today. 7th time all season. 3rd and 17.
You play it safe here. You either hand it off or throw a screen.
Brees, far side, incomplete at the first down marker intended for Rashay Caldwell.
Covered by Terrence Shaw. 4th down.
Now Marty Schottenheimer will look to Darren Bennett to get a good kick away. Tim Brown at his own 35. That deep. Fair catch called for and made. And we have penalty marker down. Legal man downfield.
I would decline the penalty. Bennett is capable of kicking one about 60 yards.
An eligible member of the kicking team, downfield prior to the punt, number 51. 5-yard penalty, replay, 4th down.
Well, they're going to make him kick it again.
How far was that kick?
That was a 41-yard punt.
41-yarder, okay.
I'm glad you asked.
I'm glad you knew it for once. But you know, my expectations are not real high, so don't worry. You know, we've been way too kind to each other today. Why is that?
I don't know.
Because the game's been exciting. It really has. What a game.
Let's see what kind of a kick Darren Bennett gets off here. He'll get the snap right at his goal line. Brown has moved up about 10 yards.
Chargers making sure of protection. They've had punts blocked the last 2 weeks.
Didn't get a good one off. Fair catch called for him. Brown makes the catch, and he makes the catch in San Diego territory. 35-yard kick. Great field position for Gannon and the Raiders.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Volkswagen. On the road of life, there are passengers and there are drivers. Wrangler, real, comfortable jeans. And by IBM. E-business is the game. Play to win.
We are tied at 14, and the last 2 Raider possessions began at their own 7 and their own 32-yard line. This is the first time today that either team has started in their opponent's territory. Remember, Marty Schottenheimer told us last night, if we don't win in the kicking game, we're going to have a problem today. going to throw on first down. That's complete inside the 40 into Charlie Garner. That'll be a Raider first down, and we check in once again with Jim Nantz in New York. Jim.
All right, Greg and Phil, here you'll see Couch to Quincy Carter give Cleveland the lead over the Houston Texans. As you watch, let me report that the Packers lead the Redskins 17-9, but the big story, Brett Favre carted off the field. They're saying sprained left knee. Back to you.
Well, Tim Couch and the Cleveland Browns have grabbed the lead. Meanwhile, back to the action here. Gannon to Garner. Garner jukes his way to the 34 or 33-yard line. Ben Lieber and Donnie Edwards on the stop. Clock continues to move. 13 minutes to play in the fourth quarter.
You watch the Raiders throw these short passes over the middle. No huddle now, just trying to make quicken the pace. Look at Rich Gannon's numbers. But what amazes you, they never miss those short passes and knock it up in the air where they get intercepted.
To the 30. Jason Fisk, number 92, with the stop. It'll be 3rd and 2. In that report from Jim Nantz, in which we had audio problems, Jim Nantz reported that Brett Favre of the Packers has been carted off of the field with a strained knee in Green Bay's game against the Washington Redskins. Zach Crockett now in the backfield. Gannon, quick drop, pump fake, goes the other way, hit from behind, incomplete. Number 99, Ray Lee Johnson, got to Gannon.
Well, they finally get to Rich Gannon, but it's only because the coverage. Look at the protection. That's a lot of time for a quarterback to find an open receiver down the field.
Janikowski now will line up a field goal. He's 0 for his last 2. This one is a 48-yard attempt. On its way, and he missed it left. Janikowski 0 for his last 3. Marty Schottenheimer says, our turn again. And we remind you, Monday on The Late Show with David Letterman, don't miss Jack Hanna and his Animals, plus a one-of-a-kind Civil War reenactment on 53rd Street. Monday on Dave. Last 2 times the Chargers have had the ball, they started in their own territory. Both drives resulted in a punt. Breeze, the pitch for Tomlinson, and Tomlinson may have made it back to the line of scrimmage, but there's a penalty marker down.
Offsides against the Raiders.
Offside, defense number 99 in the neutral zone at the snap. 5-yard penalty, remains first down.
DeLawrence Grant guilty of the offside penalty.
You know, that's a big penalty. 1st and 5, it just gives the Chargers offense freedom. You know, now that they throw a play action pass, it has a much better chance of catching the Raiders off guard, getting somebody open down the field.
Breeze started this game 12 out of 13 throwing. He is 1 for his last 6. Going to throw it here. Incomplete. 2nd and 5. Eric Barton, who has played a terrific game at linebacker, putting the pressure on Breeze.
Well, you know what Drew Brees has got to do here, Greg? He's got to take his right wristband. He's got to pull it down and rub on. He's got rubber bands. He has 2 rubber bands on his right wrist. I saw him last night, and I said, what are those for? And he goes, these are definitely good luck. There they are. We got a shot of them before the game, and we'll tell you about them. It's like a story with these rubber bands.
It's a religion with him. 2nd and 5. Penalty markers fly. And Tomlinson out across the 50 and into Oakland territory.
Good run, looked like offsides against the Oakland Raiders again. Tony Bryant.
Offside, defense, number 94. This penalty is declined. First down.
So that's a first down. Let's go back to Drew Brees and his rubber bands. And we said, well, you know, I said, well, when you lose, do you take it off? And he says, oh, no, you have to show loyalty to the rubber band.
You got to show loyalty. He has 2 of them. If you lose one, if one breaks, you got 24 hours to replace it.
Otherwise, the luck is gone.
Yeah, and you gotta, it has to find you. You can't go look for it. So
Tomlinson, left side, inside the 45 to the 43-yard line of the Raiders. Clock continues to move. 10:40 to play here in the 4th quarter.
So there you go. You got it. The good luck charms of Drew Brees.
The rubber band man. LaDainian Tomlinson's day. Line of scrimmage is the 44. Brees, quick slant. That's Curtis Conway, and Conway has enough for another San Diego first down.
As in old NFL films, I saw it one time. It was Hank Stram. What did he say? We got to matriculate ourselves down the field. And that's what it looks like the San Diego Chargers. Their offense, this series when they've scored, this drive, they just little here, a little there, and all of a sudden they just get you guessing, and they take it in for a touchdown.
Brees to Tomlinson. Tomlinson tries the left side, cuts back, ducks inside the 35 to the 34-yard line, and a penalty marker flies as Bill Romanowski maybe did a little extra rolling over Tomlinson.
Well, I saw the extra work there by Romanowski.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 53 on the defense.
Boy, how many Raiders did we talk to that said that all of these penalties were simply a lack of self-discipline?
Well, let's watch. Romanowski's down.
Yep, no need.
No need. And I don't know if LaDainian Tomlinson said something or pushed him, but, you know, you just got to control yourself in a situation like that, especially 4th quarter, tie game. They're driving.
That's 6 personal fouls the Oakland Raiders have committed in their last 3 games. Line of scrimmage now, the Oakland 20-yard line. First down, Chargers. Tomlinson. Oh, look at the hole left side to the 10, all the way to the 6-yard line. Anthony Dorsett saved the touchdown.
Boy, nice job of this Chargers offensive line. It's a good block. Fred McCrary gets the block on the outside against Bill Romanowski, and it looks like Finotti comes around on the pull. Look at the big fella go in the hole, and if you're a defender, you just got to get out of the way. You have to get out of the way because he will run you over.
15-yard pickup, Tomlinson's longest run of the day. First and goal from the 5. LaDainian again, and again the left side, and he pulls his way to the 3, maybe to the 2.5.
Boy, I tell you, you just can't say enough. They went away there for the 3rd quarter for a while, this offensive line. But watch Finotti, 71 pulling. Just hit it. Just keep going. There he goes. He's got his arms around him a little, but just another good job. 370 pounds. Oh, my gosh.
Rookie out of Nebraska, the Chargers' 2nd-round draft pick. 2nd and goal, San Diego. LaDainian to the goal line. Did he get in? He did not.
No, the ball's down, wait for the ball.
Boy, that looked awfully close.
No, they got him short.
But it's just short. Let's see if we can tell. Boy, LaDainian Tomlinson, he is, that's a good mark. Napoleon Harris, 58, squares up, makes a tremendous tackle.
3rd and goal. Brees on the keeper, touchdown.
Up easy, guys, up easy.
I'd get behind number 71, Jason Ball, number 60. There's no way you can stop them from going forward. Let's watch Drew Brees. I wonder, it looks like he might have lost the snap. Oh, he did. And that is so common with the quarterbacks and the quarterback sneak. They're always in a hurry. Take your time, let them get some separation, and you won't get hit as bad.
Steve Christie's extra point is good. Drew Brees' first career rushing touchdown gives the Chargers a 21-14 lead.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by DirecTV. Movies, music, and exclusive sports from the leader in digital satellite entertainment. And by Subway. Fresh-made sandwiches on fresh baked bread. Subway, eat fresh.
Well, you can't say enough about Drew Brees and the San Diego offense. After the game-tying touchdown, they turn it around with a huge assist from a personal foul call on Bill Romanowski and regain the lead. Alvis Whitted and Marcus Knight are deep to receive the kick here. And the touchback will be Wade Ritchie's 12th. There's Drew Brees congratulating and saying thanks to his offensive lineman. Well, job well done. Yeah, I'd say Coach Bill Callahan is going to have a word or two to say about the impact that personal foul had on that drive.
Oh, what a turn. I mean, everything was going for the Raiders. Then they don't convert in a third down. They miss a long field goal. They have 2 offside penalties, Greg, which start the Charger drive. The Chargers have done nothing on offense. Then you have the personal foul. That's self-destructing.
Gannon to throw on first down. A lot of time. And brought down now at the 19-yard line. Number 90, Adrian Dingle. Loss of 1, 2nd and 11.
Adrian Dingle taking the place of Marcellus Wiley. Played very well last week, but again, down the field, look how long. Nobody open. Nice. Frank Middleton, good job of helping out.
2nd and 11. And this one batted down by number 96, Leonardo Carson. It'll be 3rd and 11. You know, it's been a while since these Oakland Raiders have led in a game. In fact, their last lead was when they beat Buffalo 49-31 2 weeks ago. They didn't lead at all at St. Louis last week, and they haven't held the lead here today.
You know, again, I've said this a couple times, but they make so many good plays on offense. It must be extremely frustrating to them to only be scoring 14 points.
3rd and 11. Gannon with time and now going to run and is dragged down to the 23-yard line by Leonardo Carson.
Nice change up that time by the San Diego Chargers. They started rushing 3 people. It gave Rich Gannon more time, but it gave him an extra defender down the field. They covered him. Rich Gannon did the smart thing. Nobody was open to throw the football to.
You know, we were talking with Leo Carson about the rotation that Marty Schottenheimer uses. He says, coach stresses, rotate and be fresh, to be fresh for the 4th quarter. Shane Leckler to kick, Tim Dwight to return. Dwight, fair catch called for and made at the 34-yard line. So with 6:05 to play, the mission now for the San Diego Chargers is ball control and take time off the clock. Not a bad football game, Mr.
Oh, excellent football game. The strategy, the Chargers playing like a young team where they don't do a lot of fancy things. They don't do anything real fancy. It's about lining up, executing, doing the simple little things that Marty Schottenheimer, what he believes in, and it's just tremendous testimony how they played all year long with their head coach.
Tomlinson straight ahead across the 40 to the 41-yard line. And, you know, Donnie Edwards, and there's a little scuffle on the far side of the field.
Well, you know, Greg, there it is again. You even knew it was going to be a running play, didn't you?
Shocking.
Yeah.
Shocking.
No, but everybody knows, and there's Tomlinson over 100 now, but they run it right up the middle against the heart of the Raider defense, and they pick up 7 to 8 yards.
And you know what? They're going to do it again right here. 2nd and 3. Tomlinson.
Oh, they got a secret going here now. Wow.
Cross midfield into Oakland territory for a first down and an 11-yard gain.
Rod Woodson saved the touchdown, but again, the secret, pull the big guy. The big guy, 71. I don't even, oh yeah, well, that was an easy block for him. But look at the blocks down the field. Look at the hustle.
That's Tonio Finotti, the rookie out of Nebraska, who has, it has been documented, the biggest helmet in the National Football League. And you know what goes along with the biggest helmet? The biggest head in the National Football League.
Justin Peele, the tight end, doing a tremendous job blocking.
Tomlinson can't swing away from Tony Bryant, who comes up with yet another play on defense for Oakland.
I stuck that in there real quick because I didn't get to mention his name a few plays before. Justin Peele, he's blocking, can't get down inside quick enough though to get the block against Tony Bryant. That's really not his fault. That was just, when you go to the offensive line or you go up there sometimes, you have to change your blocking patterns because the guy you're supposed to block lines up too far inside, and there was no way he was going to make that block against Bryant.
On 2nd and 13, Tomlinson again.
Okay, guys, it's over now.
To the Oakland 49, and Sam Adams down at the bottom of that pile. And it'll be 3rd and 11.
I'm watching Drew Brees. He's taking this play clock all the way down every time.
Sam Adams also in on the tackle.
Of course, he's going to do it again. This is a situation here when you get, as a quarterback, you're leading. You're trying to work the clock. If you paced yourself the right way, it's a good time to draw the defense off sides with your snap count.
Play clock is to 6, to 5. Breeze rolling, throws, sideline, incomplete, close to being intercepted by Terrence Shaw on the far side. Marty Schottenheimer told us, and in fact Drew Brees told us at halftime of the game last week against Kansas City, he went up to Drew Brees and said, "Are you all right?" Drew, "Yeah, I feel great."
You know, one time he ought to go, "No, coach, I'm not." Just to see the coach's expression, go, "Oh, I didn't expect that."
Yeah, what's the score? Tim Brown back at his own 11-yard line. Got it away, fair catch called for, and made at the 18-yard line. So from the 18-yard line, 3:05 to play, and Oakland with 2 timeouts. Rich Gannon has had his share of fourth quarter comebacks.
Well, you know, right away, Rich Gannon goes out. Almost, I would think you have to go out and know that it's 4 downs. So you play quarterback realizing if you need to use the 4th down, then you're probably going to use it right now. Even though they have 2 timeouts and the 2-minute warning, if they punt it away, San Diego runs plays, punts it back, you'd have too far to go with not enough time.
On first down, Gannon, little pitch to Garner. Garner, 20, 25, still on his feet, down the sideline and out of bounds at about the 35-yard line. Rodney Harrison pushed him out.
In these situations, you're always looking to make the first play to get it going. And they play it safe. They throw the screen, blocking down the field, excellent running. Frank Middleton, 73, gets down, makes a good block. Charlie Garner, he's special.
Gannon to throw on first down, far side of the field, and that's complete at the 40-yard line to Jerry Rice. Rice ahead to the 42, a pickup of 6 at 2nd and 4. Clock continues to move. We're at 2:40 to play here in the fourth quarter.
Well, now you're definitely in 4-down territory, so take your time.
Gannon, far side of the field again, and hits Jerry Porter, and that's enough for the first down. Jerry Porter, remember we talked to him last week, and When you come to a team that's got Tim Brown and Jerry Rice, you have to wonder if you're ever going to get a chance. But he's bided his time, and all of a sudden he fits in very nicely with the rest of this offensive scheme.
Well, he does, Greg. And also when you throw it over 40 times a game, there's more room for wide receivers. But Rich Gannon, he must love this. He's been in it so many times. All of his work, gets a chance to take advantage of it right here.
Over the middle, Tim Brown, and Brown to the 36-yard line.
San Diego's blitz the last 2 times. This offensive line, look at the protection. Tim Brown's wide open. Do not, I would say, don't blitz. Don't blitz. Make him keep throwing those little short passes.
Gannon again. Quick one again over the middle to the 30-yard line. Jerry Porter. Donnie Edwards makes the stop, and with that we come to the 2-minute warning at 1:58 on the clock. 1 touchdown is the difference. This reminder tonight on CBS, don't miss 60 Minutes, followed by 60 Minutes of comedy with an all-new Becker and the new comedy Bram and Alice, and in the CBS Sunday movie Dancing at the Harvest Moon. Tonight on CBS, America's most watched network. For 5 games in a row now, Rich Gannon, 320-plus yards, throwing the football, 327 today on 31 of 40, 2 touchdowns and an interception. 2nd and 3. With time, over the middle, Jerry Rice is there inside the 20, first down Oakland. Clock continues to move, 1:40 to play. Quick drop, quick pass, knocked down and almost intercepted. Ben Lieber going for it.
Ben Lieber lines up to Rich Gannon's left, watches him. Look at him move across the formation.
Nicely done by the rookie.
Very good. That's why I would not gamble with a blitz. Just hope somebody can knock one in the air, sack the quarterback. Don't give him a chance to throw one ball and get in the end zone.
2nd and 10. Gannon, far side of the field, wide open. Charlie Garner inside the 10-yard line. 1st and goal, Oakland.
What a read by Rich Gannon. What a read. They blitz from the right side. I don't know what makes him look all the way out to his left. Let's take a look and just see if we can figure it out. Here comes the blitz. Charlie Garner's up there. I guess he knew he was way off. They can't even pick the blitz up. He wheels it outside real quick for another first down.
1st and goal, Raiders from the 7. Gannon, quick flip out here. John Ritchie, touchdown.
Another blitz. The Raiders prove those first 4 games, if you blitz them, they'll make you pay. That's why they were having such great success throwing. The Chargers, it's been almost, they got a shutout going. He's perfect against the blitz.
58 minutes and 39 seconds, and John Ritchie finally gets his hands on the football and scores the touchdown. Janikowski's extra point is good, and we are tied at 21. John Ritchie scores his first touchdown since the first week of November last year.
Watch, there comes you can see the blitzers coming. There's nobody to pick up John Ritchie out of the backfield. They expect him to be in there blocking for Rich Gannon, and it's too late when they see him release.
On the sideline, Marty Schottenheimer sees that touchdown, 1 touchdown lead go down the drain, and now it's back to the drawing board.
Well, the problem is the San Diego offense, 1:21 and no timeouts. But again, I wish I was keeping stats myself today. Every time the Chargers have blitzed, Rich Gannon has found the receiver who is open. And it's been proven, now this is the 6th game, that the Raiders can protect the quarterback.
Rich Gannon found 6 different receivers on that last drive. Janikowski, who comes into this game leading the National Football League in touchbacks with 13, would love to get one here.
Well, that was a pressure drive by the Raiders.
Caldwell and Jenkins are deep. This one won't reach the end zone either. From the 3 is Jenkins. 20 out to the 24-yard line. So a minute 16 to play. Those of you expecting to see 60 minutes, you're watching the NFL on CBS. San Diego and Oakland. Greg Gumbel with Phil Simms and Armin Katayan. We are tied at 21 with a minute 16 to play in the 4th quarter. 60 minutes will be seen immediately following this game, except in the Mountain and West Coast zones. The Raiders, who scored a touchdown just moments ago to tie this game. San Diego with no timeouts. Breeze on the move, looking, runs out of bounds.
I did not like that play call. I didn't have time to talk, Greg, but because now he's out of bounds. The clock is stopped. The Raiders have 2 timeouts. They could get this ball back with a little less than a minute to go. Now do you run it to make them use their timeouts?
Got a penalty marker down. Did Vaughn Parker move early? He did.
Oh, I thought it was the Raiders who were in the neutral zone.
False start. Offense, number 70. 5-yard penalty.
Last week, Drew Brees and the San Diego Chargers came from behind. Rashae Caldwell touchdown catch with 14 seconds to play capped the Chargers' 4th quarter comeback win at Kansas City. They trailed by 10 midway through the 4th, rallied to beat the Chiefs. They haven't trailed here all day.
Well, this game's on the road. The circumstances are much different, and this defense of the Raiders is a lot better than the Chiefs' defense.
2nd and 17. Tomlinson with running room across the 25 to the 27, and the Raiders use one of their timeouts to stop the clock with 63 seconds to play. Nine-yard pickup so far today. Rashae Caldwell on the end of a 9-yard pass from Drew Brees for the touchdown. LaDainian Tomlinson with a 4-yard touchdown catch. Jerry Rice came back to catch one. Jerry Porter caught one. Tied at 14 there. Janikowski missed 2 field goals from 27 and 48 yards. Drew Brees, his first rushing touchdown of his career, and then John Ritchie's catch for the touchdown moments ago to tie the game at 21. San Diego with no timeouts remaining. Oakland has 1. And on 3rd and 8, what do you do if you're Drew Brees and Cam Cameron?
Well, just by the fact that I'm hesitating, I don't really know, Greg, what they're thinking. I just know I would be very careful.
Yeah, you want to be safe with the football and not give them a shot at a game-winning field goal on an interception.
I think I would make the Oakland Raiders use their last timeout. If I'm going to throw it, I want to know for sure that I can complete the pass, even if it's short of the first down.
Brees throws it away.
And now the Raiders have a timeout. They have a timeout plus 58 seconds.
Boy, what a football game Tony Bryant has played today.
He has. Tony Bryant, he played well against the St. Louis Rams last week.
Tim Brown game for the Raiders.
Tim Brown will be back between his 25 and 30-yard line. The Chargers need Darren Bennett's best effort here. He gets a good one away. High floater. Brown at the 23. Dodges a tackler. Spins away from another. Forward to the 33-yard line. 49-yard punt. 9-yard return. Rich Gannon takes the field with 1 timeout and 47 seconds on the clock.
49 yards and high. Let the coverage teams get down there. Rich Gannon's numbers, they're like fantasy league every week. It's unbelievable. It's like, what do you call that? When you play video game stuff. There you go. You can tell I play a lot of that too. But another tremendous day.
Gannon to this side. Roland Williams with the catch out of bounds at about the 37. Stops the clock with 42 seconds to play.
Even though Janikowski is 0 for 2, if it's a really long field goal, like 55 yards, that might be enough to relieve the pressure from him, because nobody really expects you to make them once they're over 50 yards.
You see his career long of 54. His longest this season is 45 yards. 2nd and 5. Gannon goes down at the 31. Rayleigh Johnson and Adrian Dingle converged on the quarterback.
Oh, they were all in there too. Jamal Williams, number 76, destroyed the pocket, and then everybody else came in and fell on Rich Gannon.
Clock continues to move, coming up on 20 seconds to play in regulation. And the Raiders aren't going to be in any hurry. In fact, the crowd boos as the Raiders decide to take this game to overtime right now.
Well, what a time. All day long, they've had trouble getting pressure on Rich Gannon. When they need it most, they got it.
So regulation time has expired. Overtime looms. And we'll have a coin toss out at midfield to determine who gets first crack at the football. Last time we saw these Raiders go to overtime was in the snow at New England in the playoffs last year. You remember that, don't you, Phil?
I do.
They were throwing snowballs at you.
They missed.
Big John Perella. Tony Correnti will conduct the coin toss.
Captains will play 1 sudden death overtime period. The first team to score will be declared the winner. Both teams will be allotted 2 timeouts instead of the regular 3. As visitors, San Diego, who will call the toss? Number 59, this is a head, this is a tail. What will be your call? Number 59 calls heads. It is heads.
You want the ball. You want the ball.
San Diego wins the toss.
Donnie Edwards calls the defensive signals. He made the right call at midfield, and Drew Brees will get his hands on the ball first when we come back. Tied at 21 as we begin overtime. All-time overtime record, which of course mean absolutely nothing right now.
You got that right. I didn't know. Raiders, my gosh, that's a lot of overtime games. Look at Rich Gannon. He is on the field yelling at the kickoff team, come on, come on.
Deep will be Rashae Caldwell, number 82. He's on the far side. And Ronnie Jenkins on the near side, number 28.
You know, there's nothing like division rivals. It's just incredible. When you get good football teams and you put the emotion into it, it's awesome to watch.
And this one is for the top spot in the AFC West. Janikowski kicks it away. A couple of yards deep in the end zone. Jenkins dropped it and he'll keep it there.
Well, what do you do if you're the Chargers? Do you go back and try to establish the fact that you can run the football again? I think they will. And their favorite play today, one of them has been when Finoti is pulled around, they've run over the left side, and he's been like the lead blocker along with Fred McCrary. That has worked very well.
Play calling falls to that man. There's Tonio Finoti, number 71. Drew Brees has completed 2 of his last 10 passes.
Well, what's important is the 8 incompletions. He was smart with them.
Sends McCrary off in motion. And it runs the option, and the pitch to Tomlinson. Tomlinson out of bounds, close to a first down.
I'll tell you what, that was a really, really good play call by Cam Cameron. Out of nowhere, the option. Who expects it? And watch Drew Brees, Bill Romanowski. He hangs in there to the last second, and then allows Tomlinson to get outside and have the running space.
Knowing the kind of offense Drew Brees ran in college at Purdue, do you think he ran that much in college?
He ran the option every once in a while when he was at Purdue. A lot of colleges run it 2 or 3 times a game just so the other opposing defense has to work on it.
On first down, Brees with time, throws, incomplete, intended for Curtis Conway, and a marker's down. Terrence Shaw was the man covering.
You know what? I don't know if it matters what I see. I thought Terrence Shaw had good coverage. He was there.
Pass interference, defense, number 22. The ball will be placed at the spot of the foul.
Let's watch him. He's on the play the whole way. He's never fooled. Well, you know what? Yeah, his left arm hits the receiver, but it doesn't affect the play. He doesn't turn Curtis Conway. It has nothing to do with the outcome of the play. Nothing.
First down, San Diego, their own 45-yard line. Tomlinson. Oh, and Tomlinson hit by Napoleon Harris. Loss of 4 on the play.
Sorry, no, Greg, I just want to play. But let me go back to the pass interference. Because a lot of people construe this at home. You can put your arm on the receiver like that as long as you don't alter what he is doing. And when I saw it live, I did not think it had any bearing on the outcome of the play.
2nd and 14. The pitch to Tomlinson, left side, trying to turn the corner. Can't quite do it. Out of bounds at the 45-yard line, run out by Derek Gibson and Torrey James. It'll be 3rd and 10.
Boy, nice job. Tony Bryant again. Greg, you've said Tony Bryant's name about 15 times today. When you're playing, he's been rushing the passer, trying to stop the run, and still has the energy to play every down just about for this Raiders defense.
Tomlinson is on the sideline. Terrell Fletcher has come onto the field. Conway, Caldwell, Tim Dwight, wide receivers. They need the 45-yard line of the Raiders for a first down. Brees with time. Now pulls it down far side. What a catch by Tim Dwight.
They've got him very well covered. I don't know what happens. Once Tim Dwight goes all the way across. He's actually doubled here. Derek Gibson lets him go. The safety lets him go. Derek Gibson's following. It looks like Woodson's underneath. And they both say, you got him, I don't. He goes across. Good job by Drew Brees staying with him.
Now from the 30, Tomlinson. And Tomlinson spinning, still on his feet, inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. And the big difference with that gainer is that now the Chargers flirting with field goal range.
When I watched that play, the long pass before, I saw Tim Dwight going down the field. And when he went down the field, immediately I said, there's no play to be had. They had the perfect defense called to stop the play, and they miscommunicated who had him, and nobody covered him as he went across the field.
Number 8 is Steve Christie, who is 4 out of 6 in field goals this year. Tomlinson tripped up, at the 30-yard line, Derek Gibson. Loss of 2, and it's 3rd and 10.
Well, it's Chargers, you know, to run the football and not to be a wide open team by NFL standards, but when they throw it, as Drew Brees said, I feel so prepared when I come into football games. I think we're going to complete every pass. It's well designed, well thought out, and he does a good job of executing the plays.
And now Drew Brees wants a timeout here. Uses the first of his 2 timeouts here in the overtime period. 11:32 to play in the extra session, and we'll be back. Remind you tonight on CBS, don't miss 60 Minutes, followed by 60 Minutes of comedy, an all-new Becker and the new comedy Bram and Alice, and then the CBS Sunday movie Dancing at the Harvest Moon, tonight on CBS, America's most watched network.
Let's go back and look at the big pass play from Tim Dwight, because it could be the deciding factor in this game. Here he is. Derek Gibson's got him. Watch the safety in the middle. That is the coverage you want against that type of route, and they both let him go, and it gets the Chargers down in scoring territory.
And that White catch came on a 3rd and 10, Phil. 3rd and 10, which is exactly what Brees faces right now. From here, should the next pass play be incomplete, you're looking at about a 48-yard field goal attempt by Christie to win the game.
Well, one thing in the NFL this year, it used to be 2 years ago or even last year, I used to try to guess with the play calling. But offenses have got so inventive and do so many different things now, it's just hard to guess.
Chargers need the 20-yard line for a first down.
Blitz.
Brees throws far side, complete. Tim Dwight out of bounds, first down.
Best team in the National Football League on 3rd downs, the San Diego Chargers, and look what they do. First, the blitz. It's picked up. Tim Dwight on the outside follows the receiver up the field. He makes the catch and then gets the extra yards for the first down. Now, you say, well, that's nothing special. The fact that they lined Tim Dwight behind Curtis Conway allowed him to go up the field free with nobody in the way, and that's how they got the easy completion.
That's 2 huge 3rd down catches by Tim Dwight for first downs on this drive. Tomlinson, left side, inside the 10, to the 5, game's over. LaDainian Tomlinson, 39 carries, 153 yards, 1 touchdown catch, and the game-winning 19-yard run.
Well, it was about running the football today. The San Diego Chargers, they did it very well. It's only fitting that they do it at the end of the game with another good block by Tony Finotti and Fred McCrary, the fullback, leading the way, and Tomlinson breaking tackles.
Who called it upstairs? Offensive coordinator Cam Cameron. Oh, yeah, that'll work, especially in overtime. The San Diego Chargers, led by Drew Brees, their first 6-1 start since 1994, and they are the leaders in the AFC West. For Phil Simms and Armin Katayan, Greg Gumbel saying so long from Network Associates Coliseum. Our final score, the San Diego Chargers 27, the Oakland Raiders 21. Stay tuned for 60 Minutes, except on the West Coast. Thanks for joining us, everyone. You have been watching the NFL on CBS.